Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics here to invite you to our newest block of the month. This is called Simple Blessings. This is a 100% flannel block of the month designed by my friend Bonnie Sullivan from All Through the Night. She is such a talented, not only pattern designer, she is also a fabric designer for Maywood Studio. She's designed all those amazing warm and cozy Woolies flannels and also the color wash. Looks like velvet. It's just wonderful. That's what makes up the fabrics in this quilt that she designed and the fabrics. Isn't that amazing? And I called Bonnie as soon as I saw this quilt and said, could I please offer this to our customers as prefused laser cut? There's a lot of applique. You can see that would be a lot of tracing, a lot of very careful cutting. And she said, of course. And so thank you, Bonnie. So we are, as I said, 8 months of fun. What you can expect is each month you'll be getting your background fabric, your pattern, and of course your applique shapes to complete one block. We'll complete that for a total of 8 months. And then in that final shipment, that 8th month, you'll also be getting your backing fabric that's included at no additional cost and your binding. A lot of times with quilts, we have the backing as an option. Not this time, it is included. One thing you do want to think about picking up that's an option to you is the 12 weight sulky thread. That's a heavier weight thread. And the reason that I chose that is with this flannel, I want to show off that beautiful stitching on the edge. And the 12 weight sulky cotton thread set accomplishes that. What I also loved about the 12 weight was we could double that up and use that as the hand embroidery. So as we zoom in here on some of the blocks, you'll notice there's stitching not only around the applique, but around the bumblebee wings. And there's stitching like on the cat whiskers. That's all the same thread that you can be using for that hand embroidery. Speaking of hand embroidery, I will be doing Facebook support extra videos as we always do with our block of the months, where I'll show you how to use the light box, the applique pressing mats, and our layout diagrams to be able to pre-assemble shapes and be able to move them onto the background as completed units instead of bringing pieces to the background one by one. We'll definitely be covering all of the hand embroidery stitches that Bonnie chose to use in this project. So if you're like, I'm a little rusty on that, don't let that be the reason you don't grab your spot. I will absolutely be covering that, and you will be able to also do all the hand embroidery on this project. So what else is on the table that you might need? Of course, rulers. If you don't have some really good rulers, we did oversize our backgrounds just a bit. We did our applique, did all our hand embroidery, and then we were using our creative grids to get very precise cuts. So the block is just perfect going into the final assembly. Of course, that fresh blade and the rotary cutter patchwork pins. One thing you might want to pick up, two things that are unique because we're dealing with this heavier 12 weight thread, is the size 100 needle. Normally we're sewing with a size 80 needle. The size 100 super nonstick is really ideal for the 12 weight. It's a little bit of a bigger eye, and the super nonstick works very well with that fusible component, the heat and bond light that's on the back of that applique. The other one is our chenille needles. This has a nice big eye to, again, accommodate that thicker 12 weight thread for your hand embroidery. And your normal marking tools, a light marking tool, a dark marking tool, and so on and so forth. Pressing mats, iron, whatever else you think you might need. This one is very near and dear to my heart, not only because, you know, the simple blessings are, to me, what's most important in life, but just because I know Bonnie Sullivan is, this beauty that's represented here is so much who Bonnie Sullivan is. It's represented in this quilt. And if you know anything about Bonnie Sullivan, you've seen her designs, that kind of sweet, that folk art, that return to simpler times is such a signature look for her. And I think she captured it beautifully in Simple Blessings. So I invite you to join the fun. Grab your spot. Let a friend know as well. It's always fun when we can sew together. More fun, I think, when we can sew with a friend. And be sure to pick up that thread set and anything else you might need for your program. I will see you over on those videos where we get to walk through the fun of making the Simple Blessings blocks over on those support videos. Thanks for giving me a couple minutes of your day to show you this really special new block of the month offered here at Shabby Fabrics.